So recently, I've discovered a brand new method for instantly teleporting across any distance in vanilla Minecraft that I'm pretty sure no one's ever used before. It's really cheap and easy to build in survival mode and is fully multiplayer compatible. But before I show you how it works, I wanted to quickly demonstrate what it looks like and let you try to guess what the mechanics behind it are. So I'm currently really far from the center of the world, like 20,000 blocks out, and I want to teleport back to my base. So I'm just going to step inside this nether portal and wait for the animation to play out, and we'll see what happens next. So I make it to the nether, and then a moment later, I'm back in the overworld. Back at this weird little spruce mangrove base thing I've built at my exit portal. So how does this work? Well, the first things I'm going to give away are that this nether portal doesn't actually do anything, it's just for show, and what we're doing is activating this ender pearl stasis chamber using wireless redstone. If you don't know what an ender pearl stasis chamber is, it's just an ender pearl floating in a bubble column that when you close the trap door, it causes you to teleport it. So, if this is a form of wireless redstone, what is powering it? Well, the answer to that is on the other side of the portal. It's this cow. I'm completely serious. Don't worry, this will all make sense in a second. So the answer to this lies within the hopper below. In this hopper, we have two leads. As you probably know, when you lead a mob, you can pull it around, and if you get too far away from that mob, like it's stuck on something, or in this case, this cow is stuck in a box I built, when you get too far away, the lead breaks and drops as an item. And as you just heard, I have this little thing here that detects when the lead is broken and then sends a redstone signal into the overworld. So how is this useful to us in creating a wireless redstone circuit? Well, I discovered a really weird bug that has to do with leading mobs and then traveling to a different dimension. So if I have this cow leashed and then I go back to the overworld, I don't have him leashed anymore, right? You would assume that the lead probably broke. Well, it didn't. In the nether, the cow still thinks it's leashed, and if I travel back to the nether real quick, we'll see that I'm still connected to the cow. So what this means is that the cow is only checking whether or not to break the lead based on my distance from it if I'm in the same dimension as it. So, in theory, that means if we go anywhere in the world, as long as these chunks are loaded, then I can just create another portal, travel through, update that cow, and cause his lead to drop, activating the redstone circuit, allowing me to travel back home. And that's the basic principle behind the whole machine. Everything else is pretty simple, I will explain it, but all it really is this thing here, which is a chunk loader. What it's doing is it's creating this furnace minecart, sending it to the nether, breaking it, sending it back, and then just doing that over and over again to keep the chunks loaded, so that way they're always, active no matter where I am in the world. Then on this side, I just have this powder snow that's being used to catch an item from the nether to make sure it lands in this hopper. If the powder snow isn't there, sometimes the item will shoot out too far and end up landing somewhere else on the ground and not actually landing on the hopper. This just makes sure it always lands in the hopper. And then after that, it's just a comparator and an observer activating this redstone line, leading all the way to the ender pearl stasis chamber, which when that redstone powers this trapdoor, it shuts, and then if there's an ender pearl here, I get teleported. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this video short. I don't really have much more to say about this other than that. Pretty cool method for wireless redstone. I couldn't think of another use case for it other than teleporting home, but that in and of itself is pretty cool. The obvious downside is that you can't really use the nether, but being able to explore out in the overworld, like with your elytra or something, and then instantly come back home by just creating a nether portal is pretty convenient, I gotta say. So I hope you can get some use out of this discovery, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.